What up, y'all? This is Ladies of Keke. My name is Dana V.
Cassie J is back.
Yes, Cassie is back, honey. We are here to bring you that latest episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 15, Cajun
Asian peaches.
Peaches. Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
That sounds kind of nasty though when you think about it.
I don't know, because Cajun on anything tastes good.
No, we're not about to do that. We're not about to do that, girl.
I would not. I'll try it. How about that? I'll try it. It might be
You
good. It
know
might not
what?
be. Who knows?
Since I've been hanging out with you and Trinetta, I am willing to try more things.
Live a little, honey. Live a
I'm
little.
gonna give it a.
You act like we got some Cajun peaches right in front of us. Like, oh my God.
Give it a try.
Okay, remember this moment. I'll try to book note this
Don't be trying to
episode.
find us no, don't you do it. Don't be trying to go book us no flights and none of that.
I'm saying like I'm gonna remember this episode, so you know that you're willing to try things. I don't want to hear anything, when we actually have the things to try in front of us. That's all.
I didn't say I'm gonna try everything, okay?
Okay.
Now back to the show.
Nevertheless, so the ladies take a private jet to New Orleans. Candy can't make it because she's booked and she's busy.
Getting them checks and them coins.
One thing we did note is that Drew did extend the kids that you could bring your kids if you like, and only Kenya brought her baby. So Portia didn't, Drew didn't. And honestly, that part, I feel like all that they did in Charleston was over the top. Now that you are now can bring your child and you're still not bringing your child. And as Portia pointed out, she just wanted the option.
Thank you. It's the principle of it. It was, I don't think that it was over the top because of the situation. Because you gotta look at everything that took place on that whole thing. You put us on a bus, you flew private, you didn't ask us, could we bring our babies? You brought your baby. So it was a lot of little things that just kind of added up.
Well, it's okay if you mentioned it, but these women had tears. And y'all ain't bring our baby on this one. Where's the tear? What's the tears for? Oh my God, I really was saying, I was crying when I said bye to my baby. Okay, well,
because she was.
I just felt like it was over the top for the fact that y'all weren't going to bring them regardless.
They might have.
Okay.
They might have brought them maybe that trip. We don't know. The option wasn't extended, so we'll never know.
That's true. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
The ladies make it to New Orleans. When they made it to New Orleans, Drew was going to assign the rooms. She gave Cynthia the best room because she said
she didn't sing at her wedding.
Sing at her wedding, so it's like here's the best room. Okay, that's nice.
Hey, then, wait. Did we really miss out on anything?
What you mean?
Her singing at the wedding.
No.
Love you.
The shade of it all. No, we saw her do a little tunage and her and all the little things she was doing. I'm okay. I'm glad we didn't. I'm sorry that we missed the moment, but I could live without it.
We can pass.
So the other ladies, so Drew had an idea for the other ladies to compete and do a booty bounce for the next best room. At that point, Kenya refused. She was not feeling it. She said this is beneath her.
She was just give me my key.
She was like, I will not degrade myself. Yeah, she had Drew on her arm, said, give me my key. Give me my key, please. For her to go in there and already knew that she wanted to get a suite anyhow because she knew that she was going to get the worst.
She was like, I'm going to upgrade my room. And she made a point to let everybody know I am going to pay for the upgrade because I have money to pay. But this was the thing. Didn't when they go to like Greece or something, didn't they have the girls like competing for their rooms? Like they had girls diving into the pool. Yeah. Whoever was going to clean up. Like they had them competing for rooms before, so it's not like it was far fetched to have you kind of like competing for your room. So
I don't know why Kenya want to act brand new now. It's better than what she did because she gave the person that she liked the least the worst room.
and she
Even
said,
though
"Because I don't
Drew
like you."
Drew did give Kenya the worst room, but that was because she didn't want to participate
You
and
didn't
she
even
just
want to
wanted to
go
get a
through the
room.
whole thing. You was like, "Yeah, I'm not about to wait and like be doing this. Just give me my key and I'll just go." And it was like, okay, well then, but the room wasn't
Already,
horrible. Like
no, but she
some
wants a
rooms.
sweeter child. My little thingy coming out already.
And then
Anyway,
she made the point of, okay, you gave me this room knowing that I bought Brooklyn. Well, if they had already had the rooms assigned and you didn't know Brooklyn was coming or whatever the case may be, then just upgrade your room and let's just keep it moving.
yeah, but I feel like I don't know if it might come up again.
It
All I
did.
know is if Kenya gets a chance to revenge her getting the worst room, she
Oh
will.
yeah,
We know
she's
that.
gonna do that. Yeah.
But yeah, at that point, she was kind of being a buzzkill. She was just like, I ain't gonna lie, Drew did get on my nerves this
This
episode
episode,
during
Drew.
this trip. She was doing the most a little bit. Anywho,
Yeah.
so Kenya walks off. She gets her own room. Now we see all the other rooms, so we know that Cynthia had the best one. Um, so that was pretty much it for those scenes, right?
Yeah, that was it. The ladies, we moved on to
The ladies
the
getting ready to
ladies were
bust.
gonna go out. Marlo back was hurt. She said her nephew jumped on her back. So Marlo was pretty much out of this for the first day of their adventures. So it moved on to the ladies going. They went bike riding and it was
Right.
like they did a bike tour. I would like to do that. We've talked about this on other shows about doing like bike rides and stuff.
Well, we always say we're gonna do those scooters in Uptown, but we have yet to do so.
Listen, I need a helmet to do that. I'm not getting out there riding around without no helmet and like some knee pads and some elbow pads. Because if I fall off, I'm not about to skin myself up. I'm not doing that, Dana. It's dangerous up there. I don't understand why you're
All
laughing.
because the fact that your behind need to be fully armored to go on a scooter that you control.
I control the scooter, but I don't control the cars on the street.
Why are you on the street? You on the sidewalk.
I gotta cross over the street sometime.
You suit up, boo. Let me know when you're ready. You get all the
Thank
equipment
you.
that you need.
I'm sure our viewers will agree that you need to have a helmet on when you be out there riding around. You can't be just riding around out there raw. Got no
I don't know
gear.
what speed y'all plan on going. I ain't going that fast. Let's be clear.
You
Okay.
might not be going that fast, if somebody hit you fast.
We're moving on. This is going nowhere. So yeah, the ladies go. They ride the bikes, and that's when Drew wants to point out how much Kenya's in a good mood.
And
It
she
just seems
was.
like, yeah, but it's like, why is it if you're having a bad day, why you gotta ruin everyone else's bad day? I mean, everyone else's day to make it bad. You know what I mean?
You talking
She's
about
saying that
Kenya or Drew?
yeah, Kenya.
I get
Because
what
when
you're saying.
Kenya's in a good mood, everyone's having fun. We can all have fun. When Kenya's not in a good mood, why does it
Why do
have
you
to affect
guys
the
let
whole
Kenya
group?
control the energy? Period. That's my question. I'm not about to let you control my energy. If I'm having a good day, I'm gonna have my good day. And if you just having a bad day, I mean, that's on you.
But I really feel like that's because of Drew in a sense. Drew, I don't know, like she got mad that Kenya didn't answer for her, but she answered for Cynthia, and like she
She
rides on
did.
it.
She
If
was. She did get upset in the
she
lobby.
rides on when I don't know, I just like let things go.
She
If Kenya
hangs
don't want
on
to
to
mess with you,
stuff.
Kenya don't want to talk to you, let it go.
Yeah.
I feel like Drew doesn't do that, and that annoyed me definitely on
That
this
might be
episode.
part of the issue in their marriage too, because she hangs on and stuff. It's like, no, I'm gonna get my point out. You're gonna hear me. You're gonna agree with me, and you
You're
have to
gonna answer my
validate.
questions.
You
You're
have to
right.
validate what I'm saying before we can move on. Nope, until I feel validated, we can't move on past. That's why that argument went back and forth so long because she felt like Kenya did not validate what she said.
But it's like that's the point when sometimes read people's actions. clearly Kenya wasn't checking for you. So let it go. Let it go. Let
And
it
let it
go.
go.
That's what Drew needs
Gotta
to
give it that
do.
frozen girl
So after the bike ride, they go get some food.
on Bourbon Street. I do want to go to New
Oh,
Orleans
I so want to go to New
just to
Orleans.
eat
Oh,
though. I just want to
I was
eat.
supposed to go last year.
But COVID
But the
hit.
pandemic happened. Yeah.
I just want to go eat and maybe get me some beads.
Oh, you want to flash them on? You know what you got to do for them beads? You got to do something strange for that change now.
I ain't doing it on
I
here.
want my food.
Look, I ain't. I know you just want to go for the food, friend, but I want to. I want to eat and get some beads.
Okay. I ain't flashing nobody, honey, but
I
I'll
mean,
cheer you
I'm
on.
not pulling.
I'll be your best cheerleader, your best hype man.
Listen. I just show love.
I'll be like, you see those titties? Give her those beads. Give her those beads.
Jada, I don't need that much attention, honey.
Trying to
Okay,
get the beads, boo. We
I
trying to get
don't
the
need all
beads.
those beads. I don't. I just need one or
We trying to
two.
get you like, what's his name? Mr. T, he had all the
Yeah,
jewelry
I
on
don't
from
need all that. I
we
don't
trying to
need
get you
all
like
that.
Mr. T up in here.
No, I just want like one or two.
Oh, that's easy. You ain't got to
Yeah,
show a
I
whole
don't need
booty
you
for
talking about.
that.
I don't need that.
I'm just trying to be a team player, honey.
You are, friend. You are. Real
So the ladies
MVP.
go, that's me. So the ladies go to eat. And while they're eating, Latoya goes to the bathroom
And she
and she
comes
tells
back
Kenya that she doesn't
aggravated.
feel well. But so we when they first started the whole New Orleans trip, when they got on the private jet, Latoya told the group that she wasn't drinking.
And they didn't seem to believe her.
But when she was at this dang on restaurant, she said again, I'm not drinking. Drew, for whatever reason, again,
Continued to drill her on it. Like, why aren't you drinking? But she knew why she wasn't drinking.
but that's both of those things got on my nerves. The fact that she kept asking her, if I say I'm not drinking,
Just
I ain't
go
gotta
with it.
explain not a nan thing to
Go with
you
it. Just go with
because
it.
I'm not drinking. That's why, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
But then the fact that Drew knew why Latoya wasn't drinking made it even worse. And the one thing, so when Drew kept pressing her about drinking, and Latoya's like, I'm not drinking. And then Latoya did a little beat bop thing about it.
Bitch,
And she called, so Latoya called Drew a bitch. Portia's that this poor, I'm sorry,
That's
Portia.
what she said. You calling Drew a bitch?
I'm
If
like,
I'm not
really,
talking to
Portia?
you?
No, but Portia says, didn't she call Kenya bitch last remember the reunion?
Listen, at this point, I feel like every woman on this cast has called somebody on the cast a bitch.
It's just coming from Portia. Bitch is part of her vocabulary, her vernacular, and every sentence. And you're calling Drew a bitch? Like, for real, girl? Now you're appalled on this. I didn't like it.
I didn't like any of it. I didn't like that. I felt like that conversation that Drew and Latoya had was private. It was an intimate conversation. And that would have put me in a place too. If me and you had a private conversation and then you brought this to a mixed group and told them, I mean, didn't you tell me that the reason why you weren't drinking was because you said that you want to get your life together with God? Isn't that what you really said? Even if that is
Why
what I
would
said, that was not your
why
place to tell them that.
exactly? If I didn't tell it
That's
amongst the group,
private.
then you don't. Why would you share that amongst the group?
That
That
was my thing for me to
Lord.
share with the group. That was for me to share with the group because maybe I'm not ready for the group to know that I'm going through something and this is a part of my recovery. This is a part of my healing. That's not what I'm not ready to share that with everybody. Just like how Kenya going through stuff with her marriage and her divorce, and she don't want everybody to know everything about it. There's stuff that she keeps from the group too for a reason, and then y'all bring it out. Some things you want to keep to yourself for a reason.
You know
It's
what's so
not a
crazy?
topic of
Because
discussion.
Drew was on Latoya's behind before sharing Kenya's information, and so for her to do it herself or do it to
To
Latoya,
her,
Yeah, it's like, huh?
That wasn't cool. That
That's
was
not
not
keeping it
okay.
real. That's just violating my privacy.
Yeah.
Period.
So,
Period.
Toya, of course, got upset and she walked off, and Kenya went out and said, that wasn't cool what she did. And I agreed. I agreed with her. That wasn't cool. And then, the fact that when they sit at the table, Drew tried to act like she didn't see what was wrong with what she did. She was just like, I mean, that's what she said, and I just don't understand why because she didn't want everybody to know.
Common sense.
Like, I don't
Make
understand why
that
y'all
make
sitting here
sense.
talking about it still.
The fact, and my thing is this: if Latoya was such a belligerent drunk at Fallon's,
Yes.
if she, now that we're on this trip and she says she's not drinking, y'all should be saying thank you.
And they're like, you know what? That's
Why are you
good.
making a big deal? Okay, that's a good
I
idea.
support
Okay,
you. I support that decision. And
that's
you
it.
move on.
Thank you. It didn't add up to me at all.
So when they got back to the
So
hotel,
after,
Kenya did talk to Cynthia about it and was like, Cynthia, I didn't like the way she did that. She came off as a bully. I wouldn't say that she was a bully. I just felt like she was just being over the top and extra for no reason. And she was just being overly aggressive in a sense. And I just don't think that was necessary for her to do that. And then, of course,
right.
you got Portia and Drew and Shamia in the other room talking about it. And then they brought up to Portia that she needs to talk to Marlo and try to mend their relationship. And then Portia starts crying. And I was just like,
Honestly, at that part, I'm thinking, Portia, you're overreacting because Marlo did nothing to you. She just became friends with Kenya. So it's like you getting on your feelings or trying to make it something that is not, feel like you're reaching for something. At that point, I will say it kind of did change for me because I remember we had a conversation earlier, and so I was telling you how Portia was like doing the most. At the end, for me, her suspicions came to light for me
who,
with Marlo.
Portia?
Right. Portia's suspicions of Marlo came to light for me at the end. So we'll get into that. But at that point, when she started crying about her friendship with Marlo, I'm like, girl, you're doing the most. You are
I
doing the
guess,
most.
I guess, Portia is sensitive. She's trying to play tough, but deep down, Portia is very sensitive, and she really does value her friendships with people. And
Mm-hmm.
it hurts her feelings when she feels like she's put so much into a relationship, and then she feels like she gets the short end of the stick afterwards. And she's like, especially when she doesn't know what happened. And so for her, she felt like she was building a relationship with Marlo, and she felt like, they were going somewhere and they had established this great bond. And knowing that her and Kenya don't have this volatile relationship, and it's like, why now, out of all the times that you want to go back, and why would you want to mend a relationship now? Your timing is horrible. Like, this is a time where I need you to be my friend, not her friend. Like,
Right.
why would you want to be her friend now? And I get it. I don't, and I hate to say it, I would feel some kind of way too. If me and you were friends and you been going back and forth with somebody for the longest, and now me and that person got a problem too, and now you decide this is the time that you want to make up with this person, I'm like, girl, why out of all you want to make up with this girl now?
Well, we're gonna fast forward just a little bit to answer your question. As Marlo said, last season, Marlo and Kenya were on odds, but Portia and Kenya were cool. Marlo
Yes,
didn't say nothing about that. She was like, it is what it
I let
is.
y'all be. And that's true. She was
Right.
like, I didn't get
So
invited to
why
no
can't you let
no
me be?
baby parties and stuff, and no sipping seeds and stuff when y'all was. And I get that. I get it.
So, but when we'll discuss more of this
In a
towards
minute.
the end, because that's what it all will come together as to why I'm kind of starting with Portia now. Nevertheless, so Drew invites Cynthia to go to her interview because Drew had an interview with iHeartRadio.
Mm-hmm.
Candy finally arrives and she goes, well, she arrives and they were all on Drew's patio, I think.
Yeah,
But
they
then
was
it
at the
starts
patio
to
having like a
rain.
little some drinks and some
some
fruits and
food and stuff. But then it
pastry.
started to rain and pour because a hurricane's coming. So then they all came back inside, and that's when Drew tells them, all you ladies will go to a dance class, and me and Cynthia will go to my interview.
Right.
So all the ladies go to the dance class while Drew and Cynthia go to the interview. But during this dance class, it's like a booty bounce mixed with the
Work.
line dance type of
Yeah.
thing. Candy was not feeling it. Apparently, she don't know how to throw that ass in a circle.
I can't either, so it's fine.
Child, if that thing got some weight on it, you better learn how to throw that thing, okay?
Listen, I have the same problem that Candy has. The thing is, people think that just because you got booty do, that booty do, but my booty don't. It just
So when you walk, your butt don't just shake or shimmy a little bit.
not like they booties was doing.
I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You just have a natural wiggle with your butt.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Vegan. But yeah, it looked like fun, but Candy was not feeling it at
Because
all.
Candy can't dance and she knows, listen, Candy knows her strong suits and she know that
Yeah.
ain't,
She know how to get to the paper, okay?
she knows how to be sexy,
Um,
but that ain't her sexy.
true. Bless her heart. It's
No,
like a waste though, because she got a big ass. So it's like a way you got all that ass, you don't know how to throw that thing, you know?
you want me to do?
I
What you
swear.
want me to do?
So after the class was over, Portia asked to talk to Marlo. So all the ladies were going on the bus, and Marlo and Portia were still in the class dance room or whatever, talking. So this is where Portia expresses how she feels that
Oh,
Marlo's movement, huh?
wait. While they were in the class talking, Shamia, the rest of the ladies on the bus. Now, Kenya is drilling Shamia about why they're taking so long, where they're at, and basically kind of, to me, challenging Shamia's relationship with Portia. Like, why you have her back when she don't really have your back like that? You need to almost like reconsider your friendship with her. And I was confused on where she was
I'm
coming
sorry.
at.
Kenya shouldn't be giving no advice on how to be a friend to anyone.
Where was this even coming from? Like, why did you do that? Because
Yeah,
I wanted
why did you
to.
come? Like,
Because I wanted to.
because Kenya is evil. Sorry, she's evil. That's something evil to do. It's like me coming to Ebony to
About
talk
her
mess
friendship with
about
me.
you.
Right.
Well, Ebony, I don't even know why you're that close with her. She ain't even a good friend of you. That ain't none of your business. Especially the fact you're not even that close to Shamia. But you're
That's why
trying
I was
to insert
confused.
yourself to split them
Yes.
up.
Because they're sitting there,
No,
everybody up on
Shamia's a
their
good
phone,
friend.
doing stuff, waiting patiently, minding their business. They've been in there a long time. I wonder what they're talking about. And Shamia said it. She was like, well, Portia wanted to talk about, their relationship and, what was going on. And, because, since you two didn't make up or whatever it was, she just wanted to talk about where they stand and stuff. And I think that's what triggered her when she said, well, since you two made up, oh my God, what does that have to do with me? And it's like, girl, that's not play dumb. You know what it has to do with you. It has a lot to do with
I don't like when Kenya plays dumb because we all know that she's not dumb and she's very strategic. We know this. So do not play dumb or slow today. Please do not play obtuse today. Okay?
you.
Because
You
you
know
know what's
why.
going on.
Girl, you know what you
But
did.
um so that's Portia was questioning well, not really well, Portia was telling Marlo that she feels that her movements has changed ever since she became friends with Kenya. And
Mm-hmm.
Marlo says that she thinks that Portia doesn't trust her being friends with Kenya. And I understand why Portia would not trust Marlo. At first, I was like, Portia, you bugging, because we saw as soon as Kenya and Marlo came down those steps in Charleston, Portia had a stank face.
She did. She's like,
So they're going back and forth. Marlo was telling her, like, when you and Kenya was friends, we and Kenya were out, and I ain't say nothing about it. But everything seemed, I'm kind of siding with Marlo until she wants to question Portia and ask her, well, is everything that Kenya's saying false?
Yes. She brought that back up.
At,
And
at that point,
as my friend, it doesn't come on now.
mm-mm.
Come on now.
Nah, bro. Now, with that question alone, you have now, for me, this is just my opinion, you have now solidified what Portia was saying for
Yeah.
me. Because it's like, you know what's up. That's something. Why would you ask that on camera, for one?
That was the main thing. You did this in front of the camera. That's just like when we were saying that Candy was being messy before. It was like, Candy, why are you saying this with Don Juan? I'm just gonna say, my room was over here, and yeah, girl, I heard. Like, why would you even say any of that? And you're on camera. You know that they're recording this. You know that you hear. Why are you having this conversation?
Exactly. And it
I'm
seems
just
like
saying, I've asked you 4 times.
to act, because here's the thing: the only person that is still pressing this thing or even
It's
talking about
her,
is Kenya.
Kenya.
So the fact that
Still
you
bringing it
brought
up.
it up, you looks like you're doing Kenya's dirty work. So you're not just being her friend. You're now. It seems that with that type of questioning, it's like, oh, let me have Kenya's back to prove to Kenya that I'm loyal. But and for Marlo to think that, oh, I'm not, you don't have to, um, things will still be the same, and I'm not on Kenya's side. I'm still your friend. You have to treat me differently. Nah, I gotta treat you differently now.
Yeah, because
It's just like,
when
what's the
she said
reason?
it, she kept on and she was like, "Well, I've asked you 4 times now. I've asked you 4 times, and and it's like
If you're my friend, this will not be a conversation. Not on camera. You could text me.
you could
We'll have a
have,
conversation. But it's just us.
girl, like you know what? At this point, what she said at the end of it is what she should have said from the beginning. She was like, "So as far as I'm concerned, she can't talk about this no more around me." Because I'm gonna defend you. I'm gonna stick up for you. That's what you should have said from the beginning, regardless. You shouldn't have even brought up the is it true? What you should have said was,
Exactly.
listen, I'm your friend. Yeah, I made amends with her to be cool with her, but you are my girl. And she can't talk about that around
Or
me
just say, hey, my name Bennett. I ain't in. I just want to be friends with Marlo. I mean, I'm friends with
with
Kenya. Cool.
Kenya
Don't, because that question, you now put yourself right
in the
in the
middle
middle
of it.
of it.
Or you could have just been like, listen, I'm not saying that I'm friends with her. I just said that I wanted to date it because I don't even consider them friends. I just feel like you just didn't want to fight with the girl no more. I'm not saying we friends. I just didn't want to fight with her no
But
more.
for her to ask that, it kind of made it seem like, why? It's like, why are you asking that, Marlo?
Right. That makes me feel like, oh, okay, so you are, like you said, you're picking sides and now you are friends with her. But you're sitting there saying, but you're trying to tell them that you're not friends with her. This seems real friendly. Seems real friend like, because that's what a friend would say. Well, girl, I'm gonna ask you real quick. Girl, what was you doing?
I ain't gonna ask you on camera while mic'd up. Just like we be having our own conversations away from YouTube.
Right? Right. It's like,
Like, come on now.
what you over there doing? But like you said, if you trying to find out now, that's like if I knew that something was going on with you and I knew somebody that knew, I'm gonna be like, so listen, I got a question for you. So what you hear about Dana?
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what you don't heard about Dana. Cause I'm gonna look it out for my friend. But what I'm not gonna do is come to my friend in front of people. So Dana, why you ain't drinking?
Right.
Even though I know why Dana ain't drinking.
Right.
So it's just
Right.
like you don't.
You don't put your friend on the spot and try to throw it on the
Yes,
bus,
not to
or even
embarrass
try
them.
to, or even, of course, I don't know. I do feel like Portia lied, but don't post it up for me to lie. If you're my friend,
It's
I ain't like
allegedly.
it.
It's
I ain't
allegedly.
like it.
I didn't like the interaction. I did get a little upset with Portia initially because I felt like she was kind of like loud talking Marlo at first, and I was like, okay, Portia, I'm not gonna get nowhere if you keep talking loud like this, baby.
Hmm.
But then when they got on the bus, you know, Kenya's like, are you okay, baby? You all right? What happened? She was like, I don't want to talk about this. Y'all don't put me in the middle of something. Give me about 4 shots, and then I
You
can
put
tell y'all
yourself in the
what
middle of this
happened.
one here, honey. Because at the end of the day, Cynthia is good friends with Kenya, and I believe she's good friends with Portia.
And she
Cynthia is not in
doesn't,
the middle of this.
Candy is
Candy
too,
is good friends.
for both
She's not in the
y'all.
middle of this. Marlo put herself in the middle of this.
And that's what Candy said next week. She was like, so you don't put yourself in a situation where now you in the middle because you of how you carried yourself. You didn't have to do all that. So what you can do if you are caught in something like that, you could just be honest with the both of people. That's the way you kind of have to handle stuff like that. Listen, girl, like you said, I pull you to the side. Listen, girl, I know what happened. Now you know, old girl is over there. She know what happened, and she's not gonna
Mhm.
let up on this. But now I'm telling you, because I know I'm gonna just remove myself from this. But like this is it for me because I know the truth. I'm just
Right.
not gonna say nothing, but she know.
So it does seem, I don't know if I don't know. I doubt that Kenya put Marlo to this.
Right.
I don't know. But it does seem kind of fishy. Something ain't clean in that buttermilk, as they say. I think that's all that happened this episode, though, right?
Yeah, because they got on the bus and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it, y'all. This was an okay episode. I ain't gonna hold you. It was an okay episode.
She said, I ain't gonna hold you.
That's like the new term, like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
She said like we got y'all on the phone line. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yes. That's all
Oh,
we
we
got,
do
y'all.
wait, we got want to say one thing. Listen, this is the
Oh
update.
yeah.
On Married to Medicine, one or two things is gonna happen. If something jumps off before Real Housewives of Atlanta ends, we will review it. Otherwise, we will not be reviewing Real Housewives Married to Medicine bleh, until Real Housewives of Atlanta ends.
Yeah, y'all. This it's too boring. I just can't. I tried.
We got up to like what 3 episodes?
Yeah. A little,
We watched
little bit
three
more.
episodes, and in 3 episodes,
It's just draining to watch it, so I ain't watching it, y'all. I'm sorry.
it's a lot to watch it for us. It's a lot. It's just too
Because
much.
this is the same thing. It's new season, same childish behavior. There's nothing new. It's like it's predictable. I'm over it. So,
And I'm sure y'all probably be like, well, the same thing happens with these women, but it just feels different.
well, I can only stomach one at a time. How about that? Gang?
Okay. Well, however you want to take it.
But until next time, guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.